Well, I think that's the job of an actor. When I say actor, I mean the person who does an action. And one of the greatest example or metaphor of an actor is what I learned from Indian understanding of acting, which is in the ancient times till I guess modern plays were written. They started calling the people, those who are part of a screen play or a play, characters. And that's a very modern Western concept. In Indian concept, we used to call them patra ya patri. So, to call them a character, I feel that we diminish the person into, we bring the person or diminish the person to a point that it becomes a character. It should be a patra, and the actors are like water who fits into the patra. Now, the water has three very important qualities: transparency, fluidity, and the ability to quench your thirst. So that had been my pursuit. Like, how is it possible for me to be completely transparent in life? Otherwise, you cannot suddenly become a transparent actor. And the person who is watching the actor should be able to see through me, that I am not hiding anything unless I want to hide because of the requirement of the role that I'm playing. But that has to be deliberate. Even if I'm hiding, that has to be also be transparent that I'm hiding. So the question that you asked me, how do I sort of cross over from a different genre of films, from one genre to the other, to the, as you said, also you use the word scale. Yes, from a no budget film to a love budget film to a big budget film to a multi-million-dollar film. Like, I recently acted in Star Trek, and Star Trek is the most expensive show on earth. And so, how is it possible for me to sort of, as you yourself said, that naturally I go from one to the other? I think it is also the practice as an actor, because my job becomes that I become an actor to act in a film like Force 2. I also become an actor who acts in a film like Mukti Bhavan, which is like it's a low budget film. And I also have recently acted in a Khasi film called Lorni the Flaneur, which is a film made very like my vehicle from for traveling from the hotel to the location was a scooter two-wheeler. That was the budget. And I enjoyed it thoroughly. And that film is recently selected in the most avant-garde film festival in Europe called Black Nights in Tallinn, Estonia. That is by the end of this month. So it is the same practice that I do, go from one role to another role, and going from those roles which are created by the given circumstances, which is a script or a play. And similarly, I travel from being an actor in a Bollywood film to a Hollywood film or to a independent film. And those independent films could be from Shillong or Khasi or to a Norwegian independent film. So that's my job. Yeah. The platforms have democratized the participation of all kinds of content, especially content driven, but there are a lot of trash as well. Um, at the same time, cinema, when we call cinema, because it started with projecting on a big screen, and the experience of watching a piece of cinema on a big screen is very different than watching it. But at the same time, I must say that people, when they watch it in a smaller screen and a very high quality digital cameras are being used, maybe the experience, the degree of the impact is lesser when you watch it in a smaller screen. But at the same time, it becomes also very intimate, that you're watching only by yourself. and not with a group of people. So there are upsides and downsides to it. And I don't think we will be able to figure this out or fathom the differences for next, maybe after 20 years, we'll find out, it was better that we watched it on a bigger screen, or this is better. But I think both the platforms they have their upside and downsides. The best part of the digital platforms are that the actors, like those who are not even known, because they didn't get to act in films which were dominated by a certain section of or certain kinds of actors. So now, like actors like Harish Khanna or Rajesh Tailang, they are, or Rasika Duggal, there are so many of them, I'm just naming a few. So they are now being recognized as good actors. Rajesh Tailang and I, we studied together. And now he is in Delhi Crime, he's in Mirzapur or other series that he has participated, and we are recognized. So there are so many wonderful actors that we missed out on because they could not get any role in a bigger film, large film. So that way I find it, and we have a lot of work now. Not only the actors, but also the technicians and directors and all the department. So through a short film or an independent low budget film, and through a film festival like DIFF or any other film festival for that matter, I'm not talking about the big ones especially, the smaller ones, that you get to show your film and they will also see your film and then select or not select. But the possibilities are way more than getting past the wall which is being created by all these digital platforms. And digital platforms especially, they also dominate your creative part. So, and you don't have to compromise with your content or who you would like to cast, who should be the DOP. When you make an independent film, you are the boss, and your vision is being translated into the piece of work that you are finally going to come out with. So I think the importance of film festivals such as DIFF will remain throughout, because there will be always a group of people who would like to experiment with the genre, with the medium differently. And we must keep that open, because art is a process which will always evolve. Like if you look at the history of art from Egyptian art, where they didn't know how to paint 3D, they always painted 2D, sidewise. From there to postmodernism or, cubism. So cinema is a growing, and cinema is evolving, and it will always keep evolving. The day it is shut, it's dead. So where would they show? Like, I want to make a film. Now I'm little known in the film fraternity, but someone called, say, Raj Prasad, Rajendra Prasad is making a film, or Wanfrang Dingdo from Meghalaya is making a film. And if he goes to Netflix or Amazon, who the hell is this guy? Or does he know him? Or he has to know somebody. But if he sends a film to DIFF, then the film will be watched. And there is a possibility that it will be selected. Like it got selected without any kind of recommendation in Tallinn. And Wanfrang Dingdo is nobody. Of course, nobody, instance, he made 2 documentaries. That's it. So I don't think we can ever do away with film festivals like DIFF. It's a cliche, but it's so true that when they or she wants to make a film for filmmakers, without any kind of compromise, should make the first film. I think it should be a short film, so that you find out for yourself. Like I would like to direct a film. I have a story, and which I've been thinking of for the last 25 years, and I haven't even dared to even write the script. But then I thought, I think better that I first make a short film and see that, do I have it in me at all? Some people may think that they have it, and they may not. So it is important for the filmmaker or for an act or those who want to be those who think they are in love with acting, to find out if they are casting themselves in the right roles of a filmmaker or an actor. So it is important to find out that maybe that I think I want to be an actor, but maybe he is a director, or she is a production designer, or maybe she would better write. So it is so important to find out for yourself that what you really are good at, or you would do it no matter if you are not paid for next 10 years. Would I make films even if I don't get paid for next 10 years? Would I act if I don't get paid for next 10 years? If I feel or imagine that I can, or practice it for 5 years and see for yourself that, oh, no, this is not, I don't get good sleep when I don't get paid. So that means you are not in love with the thing. So it is important to find out, I think, that what you really want to do. Maybe you're a gardener, you're a potter or a carpenter. Just because, especially acting in films and making films is a very tricky thing. There is a lot of glamour and gloss involved. Are you in love with that fame, or you really want to make films? Even if you don't get fame or money or, the recognition.